A reading from the first letter of St. Peter. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who in his great mercy gave us a new birth to a living hope, through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, to an inheritance that is imperishable, undefiled, and unfading, kept in heaven for you, who by the power of God are safeguarded through faith, to a salvation that is ready to be revealed in the final time. In this you rejoice, although now for a little while you may have to suffer through various trials, so that the genuineness of your faith, more precious than gold that is perishable even though tested by fire, may prove to be for praise, glory, and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ. Although you have not seen him, you love him. Even though you do not see him now, yet believe in him, you rejoice with an indescribable and glorious joy as you attain the goal of your faith, the salvation of your souls. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
How do we hang on to joy in the midst of struggles and uncertainty and trials? Like St. Peter talks about today, he talks about this joy. He talks about in this letter this joy, this, what does he say, this indescribable and glorious joy that is taking place in the midst of trials, of persecution, of struggling, of uncertainty of the future. So how do we hang on to this joy in the midst of our lives right now with great uncertainty? Uncertainty of when this stay-at-home order is going to be lifted, of when we might have ordinations, of what is going to happen with our summers or next school year. This great uncertainty, these different things that we are unaware of, we don't have control of. Now, I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer, especially a particular answer. But I think in some ways, in looking into this letter, looking at Peter, we can maybe start to see somewhat of a guidance. And what does Peter say? Where is this joy? He says this joy comes from Jesus. This joy comes from the fact that Jesus rose from the dead, that he has given us new birth. This joy comes from knowing Jesus. It comes from being in relationship with him and knowing that even when we are struggling, that he is there with us. He is dwelling within us. When it feels like we can't see a light at the end of the tunnel, he's right there walking with us in the dark. But what about for you? How do you hang on to joy in the midst of struggle, in the midst of uncertainty?